Security, Group 22. The concept of security, when applied to today's technological world, can be seen through two different lenses: cybersecurity and information assurance. On May 29, 2009, Obama gave a speech on cybersecurity and its state in the United States of America. He touched on our nation's reliance on a digital infrastructure. Connected by our desktops and laptops and smartphones, we rely on networks, grids, signals, and the internet to perform daily tasks. In addition, our intelligence, military, economic, and governmental networks all rely on cyberspace to function. Technology has woven itself into every fabric of our lives, and it is important to be protected and kept safe. Obama continued on the dangers that our nation's reliance on technology has sprung. Intellectual property, identity, and information theft can upend lives and cost people and businesses enormous amounts of money. As Obama put it, America's economic prosperity in the 21st century will depend on cybersecurity, and this is also a matter of public safety and national security. It's now clear that cyber threat is one of the most serious economic and national security challenges we face as a nation. With technology constantly changing, hacking has changed over the years. The purpose of hacking has changed over time. Before the 21st century, most hacking was done to show off or to demonstrate clumsiness in security systems. Most hacking was annoying but recoverable. After email got popular, hackers figured out how to make money with their skills by using methods like spamming, phishing, and spoofing. There are other hackers known as hacktivists, who use techniques like denial of service attacks, defacement, or other information theft to express political thoughts instead of making money. In 2010, WikiLeaks released the largest classified military leak in history, including the Iraq war logs. In 2012, in South Korea, two hackers stole user information from more than 8 million KT mobile phone subscribers. They sold the hacking program and subscriber data to telemarketing solicitation companies, earning over $877,000. Hacker methods versus cybersecurity. There are 7 basic groups of fingerprinting and scanning: information gather, determining network range, identifying active machines, finding open ports and access points, OS fingerprinting, fingerprinting services, and mapping the network. Information leakage occurs when a company's information is accidentally released by the company or actively released by some other source. There are 4 general types of information leakage: open source company leakage, leakage from company directories, alternate website leakage points, and alternate websites leakage points, also known as freedom of speech on web pages. Google hacking is best described as being able to search for supposedly secured information. Files, directories, and otherwise hard-to-get information can be found using Google, and most open targets can be located. An open target is any information that is made available to the web. Companies may not even know that some of their data has this availability. Application security is what prevents hackers from finding insecure applications and abusing them for gathering our private information. Server and network mapping deals with establishing a connection with a server or network, scanning that network, and determining what information has been made available and retrievable. Tactics such as port scanning, port knocking, war dialing, and war driving makes this process much easier for the hacker. Fingerprinting allows the hacker to find out what OS a machine is running on. Passive fingerprinting checks send packets to determine the OS, while active fingerprinting doesn't wait for packets at the loss of being unnoticed. While cybersecurity is emphasized on keeping the information within the system and blocking cyber trespassing, information assurance focuses on ensuring the information is not lost when critical situations arise. These can include computer malfunctions, physical thieves, natural disasters, etc. Information assurance application must measure and design the information and information system by ensuring their confidentiality, integrity, availability, authentication, and non-repudiation. The process of information assurance involves many steps, including identifying sensitive information, classifying the information, identifying the authorized users and groups, evaluating risks, listing possible threats, measuring costs to stakeholders, predicting outcomes, planning for risk management, and applying the plan. Information assurance is a repetitive process that must be updated and revised constantly. Methods of security in the future. Actions for prevention. Some tips to avoid hackers is to have some sort of antivirus software installed and up to date to detect and remove viruses, and to activate a firewall, a hardware or software that limits data transfer and protects systems against the spread of viruses. In addition, it is wise to take precautions with emails, unknown websites, downloads, and attachments, configuring your wireless connection to only allow authorized users, and personalizing security settings by changing passwords often and using encryption, the coding or scrambling of information. One way to protect against viruses in the future is to begin producing PCs that are divided into 2 virtual machines, a green PC and a red PC. The green PC would contain all reliable software, a stable, mature operating system, and all important data such as tax returns, documents, and pictures. The red PC would house everything else and be used for experimentation purposes. It would have a simple reset button that would restore the PC to a predetermined safe state when needed. These computers would also have what Internet architect David D. Clark calls a checkpoint Charlie that allows for sensitive data from the red PC to be moved to the green PC without carrying a virus. Since we cannot easily measure the network and the character activity on it, we cannot easily assess and deal with threats from bad code without the cooperation of a limited group of security software individuals. Network activity should begin being measured and sent to an entity committed to the public interest of solving PC security problems. Harvard's and Oxford's Stop Badware initiative was initially designed to assist rank and file Internet users in identifying and avoiding bad code. In 2006, they paired up with Google and began automatically identifying websites that had malicious code hidden in them and changed the search result to "Warning, the site may harm your computer," alerting the user the site was not safe. The warning pages stayed up until badware was able to check each site and verify it was clean of bad code. This caused sites' traffic to plummet and created a major incentive for owners to keep their sites clean. This is an example of an existing threat, how it is solved, and how long it will take. The threat is losing private data to online eavesdroppers, for example, when you are sending sensitive data over the Internet. This data is protected by cryptographic keys, which only take a few days for hackers to break in. A solution that was proposed was to use the built-in randomness of quantum theory to lock and unlock the data, eliminating the possibility of a break-in. It is estimated to take about 10 years for it to become available for consumers after a few years of testing in a government setting. In Obama's address on cybersecurity, he covered 5 steps that he planned to implement to try and improve America's system. These included new strategies to secure information and communication networks, organize a unified response to cyber threats, strengthen partnerships, invest in cutting-edge research and development to meet digital challenges, and promote awareness of cybersecurity and digital literacy.